Bosun Bill was known throughout the port, a truly dreadful pirate who was always getting caught. Not one scheme for stealing could he hatch, 'cause someone would spot the treasure he'd got and Bill they'd snatch. One day Bill awoke lying on a distant beach.
Once upon a time, in a small town by the sea, there were 4 young boys named Gavin, Allergic, Vbluk, and Holden. The boys were all friends, but Holden was always the odd one out. He was clumsy and awkward, and he never quite fit in with the others. The 3 other boys would often make fun of him, teasing him about his quirks and his strange habits. Holden would try to laugh it off, but deep down, he was hurt by their words. One day, a group of travelers came to town, on their way to a great land called Owltown. The travelers were led by a wise old man named Sir Xyler III. He was kind and gentle, and the boys were all fascinated by him. When the travelers were getting ready to set sail, Sir Xyler III invited the boys to join them on their journey. Gavin, Allergic, and Vbluk were all excited about the adventure, but they didn't want to bring Holden with them. Holden begged them to let him come along, but they just laughed and told him he would only slow them down. Holden was heartbroken, but he didn't give up. He kept pleading with them, until finally Sir Xyler III spoke up. "Every journey is made better by the presence of all kinds of people," he said. "Holden may be different, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have something valuable to offer." With Sir Xyler III's words ringing in their ears, the boys reluctantly agreed to let Holden come with them. They set sail on a great ship, and soon they were on their way to Owltown. As they traveled together, the boys began to see Holden in a different light. They noticed that he had a great sense of humor, and that he was always ready with a joke or a silly story to make them laugh. They also saw that Holden had a kind heart, and that he was always looking out for others. When one of the travelers fell ill, Holden was the first to offer his help, and he worked tirelessly to care for the sick man. By the time they arrived in Owltown, the boys had come to appreciate Holden for who he was, quirks and all. They had learned that everyone has something valuable to offer, and that it's important to treat others with kindness and respect. And as they looked out at the beautiful land of Owltown, they knew that they had learned an important lesson on their journey together. A lesson that they would carry with them for the rest of their lives. Holden was still clumsy, but he was also brave and resourceful. He saved the boys from a pack of wild dogs, and he helped them find food and shelter when they were lost. Sir Xyler III and the other travelers, the boys knew that they would always remember this journey. They had learned that true friendship was about accepting and embracing each other's quirks and differences. Years went by, and the 4 boys grew up and went their separate ways. Gavin became a successful businessman, Allergic became a famous musician, Vbluk became a respected scientist, and Holden became a beloved children's book author. Despite their different paths, the boys never forgot the lessons they had learned on their journey to Owltown. They remained close friends, and they would often get together to reminisce about their adventures. One day, they received a message from Sir Xyler III. He was getting old, and he wanted to pass on his wisdom to the next generation. He invited the boys to come and visit him, and to bring their children along. The boys were excited to see their old friend again, and they were eager to introduce their children to the man who had taught them so much. They set out on a new journey, this time with their sons and daughters by their side. When they arrived, Sir Xyler III was waiting for them. He smiled warmly at the group, and he welcomed them into his home. Over the next few days, Sir Xyler III shared his stories and his wisdom with the children. He taught them about the importance of kindness, and he encouraged them to embrace their differences. The children were fascinated by Sir Xyler III's tales, and they were inspired by his words. They realized that they too could go on great adventures, and that they too could learn important lessons along the way. As the visit came to an end, Sir Xyler III gave each of the children a small gift. It was a book written by Holden. The group said their goodbyes and set out on their journey home. They knew that they would always cherish the memories of their time with Sir Xyler III. They knew that they would always be grateful for the lessons he had taught them, and for the friendship that had brought them together. Years turned into decades, and the 4 boys grew old. But they never forgot the lessons they had learned on their journey to Owltown, and they remained close friends until the very end. The story of Gavin, Allergic, Vibluk, and Holden became a legend. It was told and retold for generations, and it inspired countless people to go on their own journeys, to embrace their differences, and to cherish the friendships that they made along the way. Even now, long after the four boys had passed away, their story continued to inspire and uplift people all over the world. It was a testament to the power of friendship and to the enduring legacy of those who had come before.